Hey! Hey guys, what's going on? Sir Sound here, welcome back to Cupid. And if you've not seen Cupid, go back to the first episode. Yep, so if you go to my channel, scroll down, you can find it. And I will make a playlist of this. And yeah, so this is a virtual novel, as you guys know, if you've been keeping up with this series. It's very interesting, I find. And yeah, there's an age limit. But so far we haven't come across anything dirty or bad. So that's good. There's sexual references, I think, and sexual images. So that's something we don't want. It's 1 in the morning when I'm recording this, so I should be getting to bed soon. But I was like, we'll do 3. Okay, no, we'll do 4. So let's get straight into it. You truly are a kind soul, sire. Not at all. I'm sure I need her help more than she needs mine. What the hell? Isn't that right, Rosa? In that case, I would love to offer my home to Rosa. Although I am still worried that this is supposed to be more complicated, sire. What about her family? Or her friends? Are we violating any laws, perhaps? I'm not even sure. As long as it's consensual, sire, the details can be smoothed out later. The girl was quiet the whole time. She was looking at her toes or at Catherine. Rosa, do you have any family, relatives or friends you stay with? No, sire. My mother died a long time ago. But she guides me always. So, please, don't be compelled to mind me. No, don't go back to the streets, Rosa. It's September. It's gonna get really cold soon. Sir Gilly will even give you work. Stay with us. But, Catherine... Sorry, oh, Christ, hit me, Mike. Francois sighed in surrender. All right, she can stay for the night. Papa! Just for tonight. Then we'll see if she wants to stay for longer. Catherine, you cannot hold people in their place just because you want them there, do you understand? If Rosa wants to leave, she may leave. You cannot keep her like an object. William cleared his throat. That is sound advice, Sire Pirate. Yes, Papa, I understand. Sorry guys, I know I said this episode I would answer your comments and things and queries, but I will in the next one, I promise. If I remember. Sorry. I'll leave some things, so I'll talk about it in the next couple of videos. Yes, Papa, I understand. Rosa, please make yourself comfortable in our home. Wait, is this their home? No? ... Okay. Thank you. Oh, my nose is getting a bit clogged up. Papa is the best. Catherine turned to William once again. Sir Gilly, do you think if everyone with a house takes one person home, nobody would freeze in winter? You should make it into a law. They'll obey you because you're a marquis. I don't know how to pronounce that either. And because you're tall. Yeah, he's pretty tall, man. Oh, so people obey my orders because I am tall? What a compliment. Well, you're taller than my papa, at least. He'll never be a marquis. That's rude. Catherine! Mind your manners. I'm so sorry, sire. William shook his head, his eyes trailing over the Pirate family. Emily watched him curiously. That same sadness once again surfaced, for the briefest moment. You have a lovely family, sire. I'm quite jealous. You make me want to settle down myself someday. He chuckled. Ha ha ha. Maybe. Emily's heart skipped a beat. Did he just look at her when he said that? She couldn't be sure. Catherine is perfect. The way she is. It is one of the reasons I am very invested in her. Oh Jesus. William knelt down so that he was eye to eye with Catherine. He patted her head. You are very intelligent and kind-hearted, girl. That doesn't make sense, Catherine. You are a star. Mon étoile. Someday I know you'll change the world. At least I'd like to see you try. Holy shit, that scared the living shit out of me. I thought there was someone knocking on my door. Rosa. Mother. Oh my god. Help me. My chest. I can't breathe. No. Catherine! Oh my dear God. Evan, if you're reviewing this in editing, just go and put a warning up at the start there, but just before this. Oh, that's la piqûre. It's funny. Is it not? Okay, Jesus, that panting's really whoa. It's funny, is it not? They always leave you. Such is the way of the world. The more you love, the more you lose. Oh, it seems like they'll stay forever, but they never do. I'm the only one who stays, my lovely Rose. My love is the only love you need. You were always so weak. Always so loving to people who did not deserve it. I told you to get rid of her, didn't I? I told you to be wary. I knew it from the start, my Rose. Catherine was a curse. She drove you. Wait, is Catherine dead? Did this really happen? Oh no, that's really sad. No, that's really sad. She drove you to a love I warned you about. I knew she would just cause you pain. Ah, I am glad you were back to me. I was so worried about you, darling. She almost led you astray, away from me. Trust in your mother, darling. I am just glad to have you back to myself. Your silence bothers me, child. She was important to me, Mother. I loved her. Mother only laughed as Rosa screamed out in her pain. Rosa felt strong arms shake her awake. Oh, please. Guillaume? Rosa? Hold on. Save. Oh, does this tell me what, chapter I'm on? Okay, Rosa. She opened her eyes and was hit by a strange sadness that crushed her. She was dazed for a moment. Why was she so sad? And then she remembered. Her best friend was gone. She was gone. Rosa? How are you feeling? Guillaume sat by her bed, a hand in hers. Rosa didn't realize she had been holding on to it tightly in her fitful sleep. She broke from his grasp and clutched her knees. Rosa? She remained silent. I came to check on you. You went into shock and lost consciousness. I can only imagine how hard it must have been for you to see her like that. Oh my god, is she seriously dead? This is messed up. How can you kill off a character just like that? That's messed up, man. His words echoed in her brain, yet she did not register much of their meaning. Rosa still refused to speak, and Guillaume fidgeted with his glove. The wake will take place as soon as possible, Rosa. He actually looks genuinely sad. Do you guys know it's actually really hard for me to talk about this now, because I actually feel genuinely sad about that. I just wanted to let you know that she's being taken care of. Sorry. He's hiding something. How can you tell? I thought he... There was slight triumph in Mother's voice. He wants you to get rid of her body as soon as possible. Don't you see it, child? Tell me you're not falling for this. Rosa was tired. It was unsurprising to hear Mother say such things. She hated anyone who came close to Rosa's heart. Rosa didn't want to hear it. She didn't want to deal with anything right now. All she wanted to do was wallow in her loneliness, to curl up inside the hole Catherine had left behind and sleep. My child, tell me you see it. You seem sad. I don't know. You have seen it, haven't you? She was mostly hostile, but sometimes, when her sanity returned, she was afraid. Afraid of this man. How well do we even know him, child? I've known him for as long as I've known Catherine, Mother. Let me just do another save. So I feel like something's gonna happen. Oh god, no, I didn't mean to click quick save, I meant to click on the writing. He is a close friend. I didn't ask how long you've known him, but how well. Beyond the mask that he displays in public view, do you even know his past? Do you even know any of his ambitions or secrets? He was always a private man, Mother. Think back, child. Isn't it curious how all his past relationships have ended in disaster? Everything he touches crumbles. That is not enough to accuse him of anything. You idiot! He is different. He does not belong. You have felt it too, haven't you? Rosa looked at Gillian with new eyes now. A hint of doubt slithered out beneath her sadness. Rosa wanted something to blame, a cask for all her regrets. Guillaume seemed like the perfect candidate, didn't he? Yes, you finally see it. Open your eyes, child. It made sense. Guillaume and Catherine were going to put her off into the coldness right before she died. They were having a relationship. Her mental instability only served to compound the fracture in their relationship. Perhaps she was 7 and he's like 20. Holy god, that's why I was getting that sexual predator kind of vibe there from this game. From this I don't know. That's kind of what I got at the start. Or maybe, no, he's like 25 or 17, I don't know. Perhaps Gilliam was tired of her and had her killed for convenience. Or perhaps Catherine, in her psychotic state, killed herself to spite him. Rosa stared at the man beside her. He is not to be trusted, child. He is a demon. Wow, I'm getting some really weird emotions right now. Guillaume returned Rosa's angry stare with a resolute look. I know you must hate me, Rosa. I am aware that I only aggravated Catherine's condition with my presence. I know the feeling when I'm not wanted. Let me No, I'm not going to save. Feeling when I'm not. He stood up, a hard yet kind look on his face. Just remember that I will always be here for you, as much as I was there for Catherine, even though she spat me out. Rosa bit her lip. When Catherine had refused to eat, it had been William who had fed her and attended to her. Despite Catherine hurling abuse at him, he had tried to care to the sick woman himself. Lies! All lies! Keeping up appearances. Then what is it that he has done, Mother? Catherine committed suicide. It was not by his hand that she died. Are you just going to leave it at that? Look at his face and tell me you trust him wholeheartedly. Rosa tried to search for the answers in Guillem's eyes, but, as always, his face betrayed only few emotions. I don't know. Mother was screaming now. He killed her! I am sure he did. And you're letting him get away with it. Please, my head hurts. And you say you loved her. You never loved her, you selfish child. I've always known you were this selfish, just like your father. Stop. You threw people away. Didn't you throw me away when I inconvenienced you? Admit it. You were secretly relieved I died. No, stop it. She screamed back at that last voice. I need to turn off my thing here. Her mouth quivered. William stared at Rosa in shock. The outburst had accidentally come out loud. It pulled a plug that kept the tears from pouring out. Now her vision clouded, and she blinked them away again and again. She was not sobbing. She did not even realize her face was wet. William and Rosa stared at each other, both kindred in their sorrow. He knelt down by Rosa's bed and wiped her tears with his hand. He did not say anything while doing this. Rosa stared blankly ahead. It almost stunned her how many tears a person's eyes could carry. I loved her too, Rosa. He said it after a while. I know what you're feeling. She didn't know if it was her own, or if Mother's anger was somehow influencing her. But her chest heaved. She balled up her fist so tightly that her fingernails hurt. Shut up. She spat at the man, and the man recoiled at the uncharacteristic bitterness of her words. Catherine was afraid of you in her last days. You did something to her, I know it. She could feel Mother inside her head building up to her anger. He has to be punished. You are to blame. He has to atone. I know you are guilty. He must be punished. Guillem stared at her dumbfounded for a few seconds. But the man didn't try to appease her. Hang on, let me just save it again. It's been a while. But the man didn't try to appease her. He only stepped closer to Rosa and wrapped his arms around the hysterical girl. Let go of me. I hate you. Let me go. But Guillem didn't. If you need to hate, then I'll accept your hate. But you must accept my comfort too. I need you too, right now, Rosa. You were the only one who loved her as much as I did. Guillem's words brought back Catherine in Rosa's mind. Almost at once, the anger was replaced with sadness so heavy she couldn't breathe. Why was she so angry again? She was focusing on anger instead of pain. It wasn't easier. It was easier, sorry. The real tears came, all for the loss of the girl they both loved. Tomorrow was not going to come. There was only right now, the loss, and the two friends mourning their loved one. Rosa cried until thought she wouldn't be able to stop, and Guillem quietly held her. Slowly weeping began to subside into sobs, and only then he did speak again. Stay in the chateau, Rosa. I know you are thinking of leaving now that Catherine is gone, but I can't let you wander the streets again. I will take care of you. It's what Catherine would have wanted. Like a spell being broken, these words brought back her anger. How could you possibly know what Catherine wants? She pushed his arms away from her. She's dead. Gwilym's mouth pursed, and he stepped away. I want you to go. Please leave me. Why am I coughing? Turn off my Xbox. Gwilym sighed and closed his eyes. I understand. He turned on his heels and left without another word. Let me just have a quick drink. Shit. Dropped me cider. Knocked over my can. Hours seemed like minutes to her. She would fall asleep and awaken in unfit intervals so often that she had lost the exact time. Awake, she would stare at part of the wall with no coherent thoughts forming in her mind. One would think morning should be spent in a depressive frenzy. All the reasons to grieve are yours, after all. She could wail now if she wanted. She could pull on her hair, curse the skies. She could reminisce the past. Admire the frailty of human lives. Unfortunately, it was something less poetic. Pain was simple. It was clean. It was a well-sharpened knife that sliced through the heart in one stroke. No blood, no mess. Empty. When tears were spent, there was just a hole where your heart had been. The hurt called out to you, it lingered. But since there was nothing there anymore, you couldn't find where the pain ended and you began. This is heavy. Rosa slept all day. The sun had gone down twice before she shifted from her bed. She stood up slowly, deliberately, with a purpose. My child, you know I hurt when you're hurt. Already a surge of power had flowed within her, fueled by her grief. Hit save. Okay, no. The power filled her up, and there was so much emptiness inside that the energy seemed to saturate her whole body. Quick save there, real quick. Purpose was always a blame for grief. Oh, what? Sorry, I think I might have skipped it twice. Mother, tell me what to do. What's retribution? What does retribution mean? Retribution. Start with his guilt, child. Uncover his lies, crush his mask. He must pay you for everything he's done. Holy shit. Wowzers. I know she's dead, but woohoo. Rosa. Oh, is this Rosa? It must be. Wow, she's turned into a whoa. A woman, a young woman. Rosa didn't speak, but she started to form the words in her mind, feeling them in her bones, giving life to every thought. She took a small knife and carved a symbol in her floor. It didn't need much. A guilt spell. It didn't aim to punish, it only aimed to inform. She needed to know how much guilt the man carried and the source of such guilt. If the guilt was concrete and came from a direct action, then she would know Gwilym did something to Catherine. It had been a while since she had used magic. Oh my god, she can use bloody magic. What the hell is this? This game's taken a right jackknife. It used to be the only way she could protect herself from the world. Mother had taught her. And now? Mother guided her as a... Yeah, she got... Hang on. I'm really tired, sorry. She needed possession of the man. Rosa opted for his voice, still fresh from memory. She focused on the last conversation they had shared. If you need something to hate, I will take care of you. I need you. His words made Rosa feel distress and confusion. Always. It was this way with him. The feeling wasn't foreign. It had been there for years. I will always be here for you. What the fucking hell was that? Sorry, just gonna save. There may be like a little weird thing here, so I can't. I'm just saying it now. Violent force in her stomach. It was a horrid lurch just before vomiting. You failed. The spell collapsed in her brain. Focus, idiot child, or you'll lose your chance. Rosa tried again. This time she focused on William's eyes. Cold, like flints of steel. Dark and fathomless. No grief except, perhaps, for the situation. No Catherine, no pain of loss. That didn't matter to her. The relationships were dying anyway. Where was his guilt? Rosa dug deeper. She increased the chanting on her lips. No torment, no uncertainty, no guilt. Did the spell fail again? She searched once more and found nothing. There was no guilt in Guillaume's eyes. She could stop the spell now, knowing that he was innocent. If the spell had worked, then Guillaume was blameless. But sorry, the absence was most distressing. Rosa desperately pushed her mind further, almost wishing that there were traces hiding beyond her reach. Guilt should be present in any loss, no matter how little. Don't we blame ourselves for our own loss? Don't we hate ourselves and punish ourselves even if it wasn't our fault? It didn't have to be real. But we need guilt to feel pain, but Guillaume didn't have a sliver of guilt. Jesus, that scared me. Just another warning, guys, just in case. The vicious pain took hold of her again, squeezing her stomach with murderous intent. The pain was so great, Rosa wasn't sure if the spell had failed or succeeded. Something is wrong. Hang on. Save again. Before Rosa could agree with Mother, she felt a sharp pain in her throat. Rosa clutched her neck, scraping, scratching. A sharp, jagged lump was blocking her breathing. She could feel its edges crawl up her windpipe, tearing the soft walls as it moved about. The pain did not stop. Rosa fell to her knees and gagged. Huge strips of blood spotted spit ran down her chin. She thrashed about like a woman being strangled. Mother remained calm, unaffected by Rosa. Rosa was about to expel whatever it was. Tears ran down her face. A horrible acidic taste coated her tongue. Finally, she opened her mouth and forced the vile thing out. She kept her eyes shut. Okay, guys, this may be weird, so this is probably weird, this next clip, so oh my god. But choking feeling gripped her and she puked again. The livid dripping down her mouth thickened and congealed. It wasn't spit anymore, but blood gathered around her knees in a groaning. Rosa panted. Every breath was laced with pain, but the gruesome effect had finally stopped. She wiped her sweat on her forehead. Something on the floor reflected light. She struggled to comprehend what was in front of her. She reached out with her hand and the prick of something sharp made her recoil. She tried again. This time, seeing more clearly, Rosa picked it up, shaking hands. Needles? In her palms were a handful of long metal needles. She had regurgitated them all along with the blood and jagged pieces of flesh. Rosa examined them with a horrified kind of curiosity. She stuck one in her thumb and drew more blood. They were real. They had materialized in her throat while casting the spell on Guillaume. Rosa wiped her mouth. There was something wrong with him. Something potent and dark. Or could it be that she had merely botched the spell horribly? She had pushed her limits this time. She had gone too far. But still, a tugging concern was forming. It was as real as the metal needles in her hand. Rosa tried to stand up on her feet, but she was exhausted. Her knees failed her. She crumpled to on the floor like a rag. I knew it. We must get to the bottom of this. Oh, sorry. I thought this was Mother talking. You must get to... Are you quite alright, my darling? Now you see it too. There is a sinister force at work. Get up. We've a lot of work to do. We must find out what he is and stop him. Rosa stared at the needles in her hand. Who are you really, William? Alright, I'm gonna leave this episode here. Yeah, oh nice, we managed to do a whole bloody chapter, wow. Alright, so thank you guys for watching, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, drop a like rating, comment and subscribe. Oh my god, it's not 2 in the morning, is it? Jesus Christ, is it 2 in the morning? Oh my god, wow. Alright guys, thanks for watching, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, drop a like rating, comment and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Thanks, and see you guys. Goodbye.